All right, so now I want to review mole conversions. Review mole conversions. Now, the real big key, and again, this is important, I like to think of a little flow chart here, okay? So I know which direction I'm going. I got my moles, okay? And if I want to go moles, I could go either way, moles to mass, which of course mass is in grams. The conversion is always going to be 1 mole. We always have 1 mole when we're converting, is equal to, got to look up the periodic table, depending on what it is, in grams. Okay, so that's the first conversion. The next conversion, moles and particles. And particles could be atoms, molecules, or formula units, but 1 mole, as always, is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. Okay, it's always that Avogadro's number. And the third and last conversion that we're going to be able to do with moles is moles and volume. Whoops, spelled volume wrong. Moles and volume, and that's in liters. And of course, that's gases at STP. Don't think of liquids at all. And again, 1 mole is 22.4 liters. Okay? So I remind you that the volume and particles are always the same conversion factors. 1 mole, 22.4 liters, and 1 mole, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. The mass, you need to look to the periodic table because, of course, depending on what it is what you're going to use. Okay? But again, I'm a big fan of remembering that the conversion factor in our unit equality is always going to be 1 mole. Okay? So, if I say you have 55.2 liters of nitrogen dioxide, NO2, and I want to know, well, let me first of all here just check where we are. Let's get this white here because it's bright red. I'm right here, liters of something. I could ask, A, how many grams of NO2? B, how many molecules of NO2? C, how many moles of NO2? All right, so I could ask for 3 different things. Ask for this, this, and this one. Okay? Now I hope that we recognize that even though I asked for grams first, molecules second, and moles third, that because I'm at volume, I am going to be going to moles first. So I'm kind of solving for number C before I solve for A or B, which means if I just asked for A, then I still would solve for C. Again, I want to go to moles all the time. It's that hub. Okay, so moles, then I can convert to grams, or I could then, from that moles, convert to particles as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to bring my calculator up here as well. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Boom. I don't know if I can, should be able to. No, guess not. So I'll have to bring that up as I go through. So here we are. Liters to moles. Okay, X line. Again, big fan, X line. I don't even think of anything else. Then I think labels. Liters goes in the denominator because that's what I'm given. Moles goes in the top because that's what I'm looking for. I don't think numbers. I don't think do I divide, do I multiply. I just think X line, then I think labels. The number for moles is always 1 when you're converting moles and particles, mass, or volume. The number for liters is 22.4. So there's that 22.4. So again, I don't have my calculator right here. I need to bring it up. I've got 55 point, I forgot what I wrote. 55.2, okay? 0.2 divided by 22.4. I get 2.46, all right? So 2.46 moles is my answer for C. Okay, so I've got that one. And now I'm here, so I can go to either or. Let's go to mass. Again, I'm a big fan of X line. I don't even think numbers. Moles, grams, 1. That's the habit I get into. X line, moles, gram. I put the labels, then 1 for moles. The grams I need to look off the periodic table. Well, nitrogen is 14. I have one of them. Oxygen is 16, and I have 2 of them. So that's 32 plus the 14. So 46 is in the numerator. Because it's in the numerator, I'm going to multiply. So multiplied by 46 equals 113.36. So let's go on back. 0.36 grams. So I now have that one. And do I have another bright color here? Maybe this light blue will work. If I want to now solve for particles, I can go right back to moles. Bring that down here. 2.46 moles. And I'm going to go X line. Moles. Molecules 1. 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And again, it's in the numerator, so I'm going to multiply those two. So 2.46 times, whoops, I don't think I got my point. Let's clear that. 2.46 times 6.02 EE, that means times 10 to the 23rd, equals 1.48 times 10 to the 24th. So 1.48 times 10 to the 24th, and it's a molecule. Okay? I'm a big fan of putting boxes around my answers, and there are all 3 of those right there. So there's my moles conversions. Key I remember is the little flow chart. Second thing I remember is X line, X line, X line, X line. Then I think labels. Then I worry about numbers. And to me, again, the numbers tell me if it's in the top, I'm going to multiply. If it's in the bottom, if it's in the numerator, I'm going to divide by it. All right, so that's a moles conversion.